Well, hello, and welcome back to another episode of Flatwoods Hunting Adventures. I know I told you this week would be about the 44, and it is, but I had a little hang up. I cast my bullets the other day, and then I went to round up my sizing die to size them, and my 432 is missing. So let me explain something first. So, bought from the factory. This is a Lee push-through die that I had not opened up yet, and it was .430. I took a measurement with my telescoping gauges here and came up with my cylinders, and I knew this. My cylinders gauge out at 432. Now, with that said, I usually use pin gauges, but I don't have a set for 44. I have them for 357, and I have them for my 41 Magnums. I have more 41 Magnums than I have 44s. I only own one 44 at the moment. And what you do is I order them in half 10,000 sizes, and I drop them through the cylinders. Now, this is a custom 44, and it is slab-sided. It started life as a Model 29, and all the cylinder holes match. It should be like that. Most factory guns are not, but if you ever have any work done on your 44, particularly, or any revolver for that matter, particularly if you plan on shooting cast bullets, you need to know the size of your cylinders. Because if your cylinders are smaller than your bore, you're going to size down your bullet before it gets through the forcing cone, and then you're going to get lead everywhere. So the cylinder and the barrel match on this particular gun. And so I've taken a measurement and I've marked all my cylinders, and they are .4325. The problem is the sizer is .430. Well, there's a fix for that. And instead of you getting to see ballistic gel today, you're going to get to see how I open up a new sizer die. I've got a wooden dowel that I've created a slit in, and I'm going to take some 220 grit sandpaper, and I'm going to wrap it around the dial, and I'm going to open this sizer up gradually. It is very hard, to 432. So when I wrap my paper around it, my sandpaper around it, I'll put it down in there, a little bit of oil on my sandpaper, and I will just slowly open it up a couple thousandths. That way, when I size my bullet, it will actually match the dimensions of my cylinder, which match the dimensions of my bore. And because I've decided to cast these 30-1 instead of hard, that better be right. If not, I'm going to have a lead mess in my barrel. Easy to clean out, but frustrating nonetheless. So stick around. I'm going to show you how I open this up. So first off, in the intro, I didn't tell you these can be purchased at your local Harbor Freight. These are the Syntech 6-piece telescoping gauge set, and they go anywhere from 5/16 of an inch up to, looks like 6 inches. And so how they work is they're spring loaded. And what happens is you stick it in the hole, and they are rounded, so they will follow the contour of the hole. And as they go in, they compress, and then you twist the bottom as they're in the hole, and they'll stay, and then you can take and measure what they are. So I've got some 150 flexible sandpaper wet or dry, and then I've got some some 400. I thought it was 320, and I've already kind of cut it to fit. With my dial, we are starting with the 150 grit, and I'm going to do it very sparingly. Remember, you can take material off pretty easy, but you can't put it back very easy. The drill is going to rotate in this way. And so what I want to do is I want to wrap it so that when it is moving, that it's not unraveling the paper. And I measured this. It was .430. I've got this .4305. I'm going to spritz it up, and use some WD-40, or actually I'll use Inox. I don't even think I own WD-40. Inox is my oil of choice, and I will slowly start opening this up. I will measure it every so often, and when I get it close, I will mic it, make sure that we're good to go, and then I'll run a bullet through it and make sure. I'm going to hold it with my finger, spray it with a little lube, and then I'm going to get to drilling. Now, there's a couple ways that you can do this. I've cast up plenty of bullets, so I'm not worried about it. I'll melt them back down. I can actually mic this every time with these hole gauges, but since I've cast so many, I'm just going to push it through, see what I've got, and keep going until I get it the diameter that I want. I'll go to about a 1/2 10,000th, and then I'll use the finer paper just to clean it up. So this is the 400 grit. So about that much again. So far I've only used 3 bullets, and I've been at it for maybe 3 minutes. I do this all the time. Instead of ordering custom push-throughs, I'll just order what I can get. And as long as I only have to open them up a couple thousandths, it's no big deal. Well, we got it done. That took all of about 3 minutes. It took me longer to find my tools than it did to actually get it done. I couldn't find my other telescoping gauge, but hopefully you'll be able to see this on camera. But we're at 432. The last thing I want to do, and even though I've checked my cylinders, I've got my dowel, my split dowel, and I'm just going to push through and make sure that I've got a friction fit. Yep. And my cylinders, I know all my cylinders are the same, but I want to check them all anyway. Yep. Not so much an issue if you're dealing with copper, but with lead it makes a big difference to make sure that your bullets are sized to your cylinder and that you know the size of your bore. And I'm not going to have any interference, and they are friction fit through all of them. Yep. If you like this video, please make sure that you check out my other videos. Please make sure that you like and subscribe. I hope you learned something today. I know I have. We'll see you next time. We'll finish this video out and we'll get it in some ballistic gel for you.